back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, to the channel. My name is Martindogger, and thank you very much for tuning into this Jagdpanther review video, which has the title Overbuffed? Question mark. Because yes, this tank has received a buff. It does have quite a lot of the tanks in tier 7 in terms of tank destroyers and heavy tanks. All the shine has gone obviously towards the 80 GM tanks, the T92E1, the Sheridan. But some of these tanks in tier 7 they gained pretty significant buffs. The Black Prince, the IS, the KV3, the T29, the Jagdpanther as well. And I think you could ask the question, are these tanks currently overbuffed? I mean, we're looking at E and EN from the FL-LT clan, and he's driving the Jagdpanther at the map called Million Ruins, which is in the game files known as Rock, but that's the smaller side. And he's going to have a great game. Now, this shot, that one misses, but he has shot that AMX CDC before, and he's rushing down the hill. He's going to shoot him. Yes, stop there. Nice shot into the side. Then he is going to sit in front of this Type 59, which is probably not a good idea because he is in the water, manages to clear the CDC, is looking at this T-34 2GFT, shoots a tank once. He has quite a good reload. Can he bounce another shot? He can. Yes, of course he can. He bounces it on the tracks. And to be honest, I think that shots like that one, maybe not the one from the LTTB, but the two shots from the T-34 -2 FT, those were shots that were probably not bounces, wouldn't have been bounces in the earlier iteration of the Jagdpanther 2, and I didn't quite catch the LTTB shooting HE, that's why of course he bounced on the front of the Jagdpanther. But the two bounces he got from the T-34, they were pretty ridiculous. What has been changed then in this tank, you say? Well, it's not a lot, but it is pretty freaking effective, because what has been changed in this tank, in the Jagdpanther, is indeed the armor. The armor has been updated, and that sits in the side. It sits on the tracks. The front plate has been buffed as well, obviously, but it's especially the side armor behind the tracks of the lower helm, and not the sides of the casemate. Those are still the same, but that front plate has been buffed. The lower plate is pretty much the same, but the front plate has been buffed. But the sides, you can wiggle in this tank now quite a lot. If tanks shoot you from the side, you still have slap-sided plates, as you can see. They are angled, obviously, but still pretty big size. And the rear is just a flat plate, basically. And they will penetrate you, no problems whatsoever, no questions asked. A Smasher is still a very formidable opponent, but not when they get sort of, I don't know, trigger happy, when they catch victory disease, as the Japanese would call it. I catch that phrase from a Jingles video. They sometimes get cocky and they think, oh, we're up to 900 something points. Let's just poke and clear that last remaining tank who's on the hill. Well, not a great idea, because Ian is on he's on a hunt. I mean, he's in the Jagdpanther. Why wouldn't he be hunting? It's a hunting panther. Come on, you should hunt. But they're going to lose this game if he doesn't clear this Type 59. And look at that, that bounce. Yes, it was on his track, so maybe he would have been able to catch it in the early iteration as well. But to be honest, I don't think he would have been able to catch that one. And he just about shoots the Type 59 up the ass for 4,670 damage dealt, 1,600 damage blocked. I think there would have been 800, 500, 800 maybe in the old Jagdpanther 2. People are used to just shooting on the side. You would just shoot the side, shoot the tracks. You might get occasional bounces on the tracks and not, you wouldn't get penetrations all the time. But 9 out of 10 times it would work. But not so much anymore, because the side armor has been buffed, and that means you get a lot of troll bounces. And we're looking at Geo Ducks from the ITA clan, who is well, thinking about going left, and then the KV2 looked the other way, and then he decided to go right, and then the Tiger 2 is looking behind him. Oh, these are all my teammates. There's only 7 of them. Yes, this is 7 versus 7. Spot mid. Please, guys, spot mid. Then the KV2 says affirmative. If there's one tank who cannot spot in this tier, it's the KV2, especially if you decide to sit in the base. The Tiger 1 is still kind of clueless, who's sitting behind a building obviously. And GeoJet, he is, he wants to go left. I mean, he spent about a minute of driving, decides to go to a flank, and then he can start farming the damage. That's a Type 64, and you can see he's already loaded the HE shells, and oh, that one hit. Oh, that was a nice roll. That was a nice roll. I haven't played the Jagdpanther that much, to be honest, and just look at these hits. There we go, 415. Hello, Type 64, are you enjoying your more or less free premium tank? I'm enjoying shooting it, so happy days. This shot on the Jackson goes in as well, and then he can start shooting this VK up the ass, has adrenaline running, AP shell, bounces a shot from the Type 64 who had not figured out that there's a Jagdpanther down below. Can he shoot him again? Yeah, we'll bounce another shot on the front. But he has got some problems, as you can see, because the KV2 and the Tiger 1, they are not the most effective teammates in the game. But it's 3 versus 6, as you can see. They might be able to do that if they get the DPM to work. If they can use that, yes, kill that tank. Oh, well, I spotted the Jagdpanther. That people were out in front. Bye bye, AMX. HE shells on the Jackson will not work, as you can see. So switch to AP and then you shoot him on the transmission plate, and that one bounces. But Geo is having some great situational awareness, and that's something that you cannot say of this SU, who decides to blunder forward in front of a Jagdpanther 2. It was a bad idea. It was a bad idea. But Geo, he's on a roll. He hasn't done a lot of damage yet, but he's got 3 kills, so he's basically a one-man army at the moment, and he has to face off 2 versus 4. Well, they might be able to do it. Shoot this. Jackson. Hell, I told you to shoot the Jackson. It's best if you aim at them and then shoot them. There we go. HE right through the side of that Tier 6 American Tank Destroyer. But he has to do a Kalabinov now. This is good situational awareness again to clear the Type 64. The T-71 is running up a rock. Yes, can you shoot him? Just a bounce on the tracks, knocks the tracks off with 190 damage dealt. And then another HE shell straight through the side, 250. I think that might be splash, but maybe just a low roll. But he's in trouble now, as you can see. But, as said, kind of overbuffed. He bounces that shot on the front plate. And again, I don't think you would have gotten that bounce from a T-71, which has an APCR shell for standard ammo, and that's pretty freaking good. You wouldn't have been able to get bounces like this from the T-71, from the Tiger 1. This tank has been overbuffed. And I've done a little bit of research as well. I'm not just making this up. I've done a bit of research. You can go to Blitz stars, you can go to the tank data, the tank Zeitgeist poll. And if you're then looking at the last 90 days win rate, the Jagdpanther is number 2, 52.71, 1.42 damage ratio. That's quite good over the last 90 days. If you're looking at the overall win rate, all-time win rate, it's not a bad contender either, while Geo, in the meantime, is adding 1 more win to the tally of all Jagdpanthers played, and with the Reseni Ice Medal as well, 4,348 damage dealt, 920 blocked, affirmative, gun up in the air because he's happy, and he likes to show it off. But this is another great game, and there was a blind shot into the Type 64 as well, so 4,769 damage dealt. But what I'm basing this on, the fact that I think this tank has been overbuffed, is the survival. Survival over the last 90 days sees the SU-152 up on the top, 87 second place, T-34 2G FT third place, and the Jagdpanther at place number 4. If you're looking at the survival, at the change, so that means tanks staying in the game a little bit longer over the last 90 days. That's based on players with at least 50 battles. The Jagdpanther is way on top over the last 90 days, plus 6% survival change. That's monumental. That's just really big. I mean, the tank at the bottom is a T25/2. And we're looking at Lone Wolf Warrior here, who plays on PC. We confirmed that on my Discord channel. And you can see he has gone to a lone flank. I mean, he's called the lone wolf warrior. He's not the I'm gonna flank with my homeboys warrior. He's the lone wolf. That's when you go alone. You have to live up to your name. Live up to your expectations. Right. He's gonna put his first or shot in. Tracks hits the tracks of that Type 62, but he's bounced one shot. And he's bounced 2 shots. Are you counting, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe? He's bounced 2 shots. Puts a shot into that SU-152. Gonna clear the KV-1S. There we go. And now the bouncing fiesta can begin. He shoots the Type 61 Lone Wolf Warrior, who decides to try and go for a bit of flank, but there's a thick red line over there which you can't go through. And the Type 62 has done a whopping amount of 1 hit point ramming damage. The Jagdpanther 4 is doing a good thing, shooting in the side. That will work. And he's got good DPM, but against the front of the Jagdpanther, he will have no chance. So in comes the SU-152, who's probably thinking, comrades, have no fear, I'm here. I am SU-52, SU-152. I have a big gun and study guide myself. Oh, that is problem. I have bounced in front of Jagdpanther too. It's no problem. I will move in. I will face hug him. I will shoot him again. I have very big heat shell. I will shoot him and yes, here we go, comrades. I bounced again. It's problem. I back up now. I back up and he will not know I'm backing up because I back up slowly. Have no fear problems. I will load HE shell and I will shoot him right on the top. Yes, comrades, here we go. I missed. Problems, comrades, problems. I do not know what to do. Help me. I'm reloading. I'm dead. Comrades, I'm sorry. What were they doing? They had him cornered and they just sat in front of him. It's always a bad idea to sit in front of a fixed gun tank destroyer, but those bounces just 4,835 damage blocked in a Jagdpanther 2. 1 versus 4. Yes, Lone Wolf Warrior is a first class only because of lowest damage and he was a top tier, but other than that, brilliant. 1 damage, Type 62. GG, mate. Thank you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe for watching. My name is martindogger. Please leave your thoughts and comments on the Jagdpanther in the comment section below and I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers and happy tanking!